Lots of kids have autism. That means their brains just work differently than other kids. In fact, in the U.S. alone, 1 in 4,400 kids are diagnosed with autism or have autism. I'm interviewing 2 teachers who not only know kids that do have autism, but their sons do have autism. So we're going to talk to them and find out what their life is with a kid with autism. So I hear you both have young boys who are autistic, right?
That is correct.
Yep, that's true.
Okay, so what do you think are the main struggles with having a kid with autism?
Well, I think the hardest thing for me is that since he's an only child and I had him, I'm trying to think. Let me think. So basically, I didn't have any other children. So Timmy was my first and my only child. So when he didn't reach his milestones, I didn't really know what to expect or if there was something different. But then I started to notice after he was about a year old that he was regressing in some of the things he did. Like he stopped talking, he stopped waving, he would start to flap or stim, as we like to call it. So at 18 months, he was diagnosed with autism.
Same as what Ms. Thompson said. He did not speak until he was about 4.5 years old. He initially was waving. He could say hi, and then he lost all language, and then he didn't talk until 4.5. He used to talk in only syllables. Now the challenges that we have for him are he gets angry and frustrated very easily. And because he doesn't know how to handle that anger and that frustration, he lashes out at others and hurts himself sometimes too. He doesn't really do very well in social situations. He doesn't understand social cues. So a lot of times the way that he'll socialize is he'll mimic what other people are doing or he'll copy them.
Like any positive effects for your kids of having autism?
Definitely. So what makes Timmy unique is his autism. And I mean, he's amazing. I wouldn't change a thing about him. Some people may look at him differently when he stims or when he keeps repeating the same behavior or walks on his tippy toes. But I mean, I've learned so much from him and I know he's going to do great in life. Honestly, feel like it's sort of a blessing in disguise when we got his diagnosis, because at first you're a little upset or concerned because you don't really know why he has it. But at the same time, it's been amazing for us as a family. We get to see him grow and he's succeeding and he just wants to be accepted like everybody else.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I think there's a lot of positives. I think it's so interesting watching how his outlook on life. He solves problems. Like, you can see him processing and figuring out things that, like, a lot of times I can't figure out. He is the absolute most lovable, best cuddler in the world.
Same
yeah,
here.
Yeah. We've always looked at him as being a blessing. We have learned so much from him. I wouldn't change him for the world. Everybody knows he's my little man. I know the autistic community, they feel that, okay, everyone's aware now about autism, but now we need to teach acceptance, and I think that that's the key, as Ms. Thompson said.
A lot of kids have autism, but it's good to be accepted if you do have autism. This is Bridget Mullally of Kobo News. Back to you in the studio.
Great job, girl.